Okay, let me start my story in a bit different way. Did it ever happen to you to feel totally, perfectly happy? Feel like all your lifetime dreams are coming true? You feel like, okay, yes, I really made it. That happened to me in 2007, 2008, 2009, and that feeling was also what led me to what I'm doing today, to the project I am actually fulfilling today, which is to bring something totally old, which is part of the Italian tradition, into a new place, which is Turkey. So what we're doing here is we're trying to start a chain of Italian ice cream, or as we call it, gelato, in Istanbul and in Turkey. My name is Elena, I am Italian, I'm a Florentine, I am half German, half Italian, I am a civil engineer. I never worked as a civil engineer. After graduation, I joined what at that time was Arthur Andersen, being a consultant. I moved out of consulting to do an MBA at INSEAD, promising never to go back to consulting. I finished my MBA and I went back to consulting. Got this offer from Boston Consulting, I couldn't say no. I stayed there a few years working for United Nations World Food Program, doing strategy projects and so on, until I got really the perfect job offer. I was hired to become the director of real estate development in Florence, in this company doing luxury developments, you know, for season hotels, 5 stars, luxury, so really a nice environment. I got really what I consider to be the perfect job. They got me a fantastic house with a swimming pool. They got me a convertible BMW. I got myself a perfect boyfriend at that time. I had a nice, like, social, glamorous life. And I felt like, you know, if I could freeze this situation, if this could be forever, I'm done. I'm happy for the rest of my life. And then what happened is I started waking up in the morning, and I couldn't get out of bed. I said, what is this? I mean, I should be jumping out of bed to go to work. I mean, this is perfect. And I couldn't get out of bed. So I started a little bit of thinking. After a while, I hired a coach, and they said, help me to find out what's going on here, because, I mean, it's perfect and it doesn't work. So he told me, you know what? I mean, we've been working a bit together. He told me, you know, you've been living your life fulfilling the projections and the expectations of other people. They saw you as a successful student, a successful engineer, engineering student, and they expected you to become a successful career woman, which I became. But maybe that's not what you wanted. I said, okay. Then you have 2 tasks. The first one is help me to find out what I want. The second one is once I find out what I want, pat on my shoulder until I do it. So after a while, I understood that actually I wanted to become an entrepreneur. Then from entrepreneur, I decided I want to be in the food business. I mean, look at me, I love eating and drinking. Then from the food business, I said, okay, it's going to be ice cream. It's a nice product, fantastic margins, easy to implement, little risk because you need little real estate, little labor because you don't serve people at the table. And then I was saying, okay, where should I do this? I need a workplace. So I opened a map, and I bumped into Turkey. I'd never been to Turkey before. And I jumped on a plane on the 8th of December, 2010. I said, let me look at this country. Okay. So the country was interesting. People looked nice. And I saw potential. I mean, little competition, very interesting, dynamic country, open to new experiences, in love with foreigners. I did a couple of months of feasibility study, and I had a business partner. And I said, okay, let's do it. Let's pilot the project and see if we can make an ice cream chain out of it. So at the end of January, mid-February, we had the shop. We started our little construction and everything. We had a business plan. So we made up a number, which was the funding requirement we needed for the project. I looked into my business partner's eyes. I said, okay, how do we do it? He said, 50% me, 50% you. So I put down my money. I raised the money I didn't have to get to 50%. And I asked him, are you cool? He said, yes, I am. And so I moved, definitely, it was May 2011, to Turkey. Shut down my house with swimming pool, shut down everything, got back the convertible car, and moved to Turkey. I did all the, bureaucratic tortures, banks, accountants, lawyers to open a company, construction site, everything was kind of going more or less as planned until I ran out of money, and I called my business partner and said, hey, send over your half of the money. And he said, I don't have it. So I found myself doing something I had never done before, opening a shop, in an industry which I had no clue about, food retail, in a country I kind of didn't know, without the money to pay for it. So I remember asking a friend, I said, are Turkish men sensitive to female tears? And he said yes. So I literally went to the supplier crying. I said, look, not in bad faith, but I don't have the money to pay you. And I mean, I didn't mean to do it. Either you let me sink, or you take a bet on me. So help me. And they did. So they did. We opened our first shop. This is the picture of the shop. The shop is in Yenikay. It went really well. We are complementing the shop. Ice cream is a seasonal business, microtransaction seasonal business. So if you can complement a shop with like some seasonal locations, of course you can sell more ice cream exactly in the season of the ice cream. The shop went really well. The investors were really happy. Our product is a natural product, homemade, fresh every day. So it is something that appeals to the people, to the Turkish people. Investors were really happy, so we decided to actually grow this and make it into a chain. The plan is to open 20 shops in 5 years, to open 40 corners, seasonal locations, mobile units in the same 5 years, start franchising from 2013, and then if possible, look into an exit, because this is still a financial operation to me. Well, those slides, let me just quickly skip them. This is to give you an idea of what we've done so far. I mean, we have one shop. It is a joyful place. People like it. The product is really appreciated. We do a couple of different other alternatives. And indeed, the dream is coming true. So in 2012, I am actually, next Saturday, I am opening the second shop in Kemerburgaz. We're opening the third shop in Cihangir early June. The lessons learned, so the old Elena and the new Elena. I have learned that objects make me happy. I am a million times poorer than I was 2 years ago. I haven't made a salary myself yet. But still, I mean, objects, luxury house, luxury car, they're nice objects to use, but they're heavy. They make you a slave, because they make you believe that you need to generate an income to pay for them. And I am much happier now that I go with a minibus. I have a mini car, which once in a while lets me down. People, not later than this morning, somebody wrote me an email, and when they describe me, they use the adjective joyful. They wouldn't have used the adjective joyful describing the old Elena of 2 years ago. And the other lesson learned is there is no excuse for being unhappy. Whatever makes you unhappy, you can change it. The best reward of daring, of taking a risk, is happiness. And I mean, it is unforgivable if you stay stuck in a situation, be it a job, be it a relationship, that makes you unhappy. You can always do something.